a ball workout today, so we're gonna work your core as well as your whole body. We're gonna start at the back of your ball today. So your knees are going to be about hip width apart. We're gonna start with your hands to the back of the ball. You're gonna inhale as you roll all the way out to where the body's in a straight line, and then exhale as you pull all the way back again. Listen to your body, limit your range of motion if you need to, but try to keep your spine long. So straight line from the knees out through the crown of the head. Inhale as you come out, exhale as you pull back. If you want to make it a little harder, feel free to roll out a little bit further. Squeezing through the shoulders and the abs to pull back. We have about 8 more. Squeeze the navel in. And 4 more. 2 more. Good. So we're going to do a plank on the ball next. So we're going to go on your elbows. If you want to modify, you can stay on your knees, keeping your knees hip width apart. We're going to roll out to where your body's in a straight line from the top of the head down to the knees. Or if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can tuck your toes under and squeeze the legs up into a plank. So the elbows are under the shoulders. Go ahead and bring it up and hold it whenever you're ready. Squeeze through your abdomen. If your toes are tucked under and your legs are straight, squeeze through your quads. If you're not quite feeling your abs working, roll the ball forward just a little tiny bit more. Keep breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Good, 16, 15. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it and sit the hips back to the heels for a quick stretch through the back. And then we're gonna roll all the way out onto your stomach on the ball and possibly even further depending on how hard you wanna make it, but we're gonna do some push-ups off of the ball. So when you're doing the push-ups off of the ball, the further the ball is away from you, the harder it's going to be. So if the ball is underneath your feet, it's gonna be a little bit harder than if it's underneath your thighs. So your hands are gonna go a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, pull the belly button in, and then inhale down, and exhale, lift back up. So when you come down, your hands stay in line with your shoulders and your chest and not your eyes. So you're here. So listen to your body. If you want to make it more challenging, you can roll out further. Go ahead and begin whenever you're ready. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Nice and slow. Concentrate on your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, your abs. We have 2 more. Good, now we're gonna walk back a little bit where the ball is underneath your thighs and the hands are gonna go underneath your shoulders. We're gonna flutter kick, so you're gonna squeeze the belly button in, squeeze through the glutes, try to keep the legs nice and long so you're not bending from the knees. You're gonna imagine lifting the fronts of the thighs up to the ceiling, shoulders are back and down. So we have 8 more here. You're either gonna stay here. You're gonna add a little dip down with your upper body. So again, the hands are underneath the shoulders. If you're adding your dip, you're gonna pull back, squeeze the elbows into the rib cage, and then push back up. So back, squeeze the elbows in, and then push back up. So listen to your body. You're either just fluttering or adding your dips with your torso. Good, one more if you're dipping. And then roll yourself all the way back. We're gonna tuck your toes under so the ball is underneath your lower abdomen and your hips. Squeeze the legs straight. All the weight is on the legs, so you should be able to release the arms at this point. Chin is down. We're gonna reach and pull. So reach forward, pull back. You're stabilizing your torso with your core. Squeeze the navel in. Squeeze through the glutes, squeeze through the quads. Try to keep the arms parallel to the ground. Chin is down. Keep squeezing the legs straight. We have 8, 7, 4, 2, and 1. We're going to place the right hand down in the center, right in front of the face, and then you're going to open the left arm up as far as you can and come all the way back. So again, nice and slow, and concentrate on using the core to try to stabilize the torso. Just keep squeezing the legs straight. More. Last one. Good job. Switch sides. Try not to over twist. Listen to your body. Two more. Good, and release it. Now when we roll off of the ball, we're gonna keep your abs super tight. Gently roll off of the ball. Again, take a quick back stretch. So sit the hips back to the heels. Good, we're gonna come all the way up again to kneeling, but we're going to pull the ball into your side and then extend the legs, both of them, out away from you. So we're going to stagger the feet. The top leg is gonna go forward, bottom leg is gonna go back. The ball is in between your rib cage and your hip, so it should fit perfectly in the groove of your stomach. Place the top hand behind the head and exhale as you crunch up. Imagine taking the elbow up and slightly at an angle. So you're not bringing the elbow down to the hip. Nice and controlled. Press the rib cage down towards the hip and draw the navel in. If you feel like your feet are sliding, you can either brace them against a wall, couch, table, or you can release that bottom knee down if you need to modify. Listen to your body. Try not to push off of that arm that's on the ball. Eight, 7. We're going to do one more step, but we're going to bring that top arm up by the ear. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the arm by the ear. Makes it a little bit harder. If you want to go back and modify, you can place the hand back behind the ear. 8, 7, butterfly. Again, you can release the knee back down to the floor. Hold it here, hold it. Keep the torso lifted with your core. Good, now we're gonna pull that top knee in and out. So in, out. Stabilizing the ball and the rest of the body with your core. Find your focus point. Feel free to lower that bottom knee down if you need a little bit more balance. We have 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release it. Switch sides. So again, we're gonna start with the ball at your side. You're gonna pull it in and then drop down over the ball. Top leg goes forward, bottom leg goes back, top hand behind the ear. Exhale as you lift, taking the elbow up and out. Pull the belly button in, press the rib cage down to the hip. We have 8 more, and then the arm is gonna go up by the ear. 4, 3, 2, arm is up by the ear, and exhale as you lift. Try to keep the arm nice and close to the face, concentrating on using your abs to lift. 8, 7, 4. Good, now the top hand again goes behind the ear, bottom arm goes down on the ground. Find your focus point, stack the feet, then lift the top leg and hold it. Feel free to lower that bottom leg down to the knee to the floor if you need to. 8 more here, then we're gonna pull the top knee in and out in 4, 3, 2, 1. Use your core for balance. We have 8, 7, 4, 2, and 1, and release it. Okay, we're gonna gently roll back off of the ball, and then we're gonna come up to sitting on the ball. So from here, remember when your feet are wider, it's gonna give you a little bit more stability. If they're closer together, it's gonna be a little bit harder. So we're going to walk out into a crunch position though, so concentrate on using the core to gently walk yourself out. Remember that the ball goes in between your rib cage and your hips. So this is your start and end position, so we're not overextending through the ball. You're starting here, so the abs are working the entire time. Exhale as you lift just the head and the shoulders up. Keep the elbows wide. Chin is off of the chest. Find something to look at up in between the wall and the ceiling. Abs are engaged the entire time, all the way up, all the way down. We have 8, 7. We're going to continue, but the arms are going to come up by the ears. 4, 3, 2. Now you're going to continue, but the arms by the ears. If you need to modify, go back to placing the hands behind the ears. folding all the way forward over the legs again, round through the back. Relax there for just a second. Good, and then peel yourself all the way back up again, and we're gonna come back down into that crunch position. So the left hand's gonna go behind the head, and your right arm is gonna go up, and we're gonna bring it up to the outside of the left thigh. Then abs are lifting the shoulders, shoulders are lifting the head. Make sure you don't overarch through the low back when you come back down. Keep your left elbow wide. Good, 8 more. Then we're gonna hold the arm out over the leg and hold it. 4, 3, 2. Now the arm out over the leg. Hold it here. Hold it up in that crunch position. Press the rib cage down towards your hip. Now little pulses, taking that arm out over the thigh. Be careful not to bounce off of the ball. Keep everything nice and controlled. Good, 8 more, we switch sides. 4, 3, 2, right hand behind the head and crunch up with that opposite arm. Exhale, exhale. Just lifting the head and the shoulders, so from the rib cage down to your tailbone stays on the ball. We have 8 more, then the hand goes out over the leg and hold it. 4, 2, 1, hand out over the leg and hold it. Now our little pulses. Try not to bounce off the ball. Everything is controlled. Squeeze the navel in. We have 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so from here, we're going to continue rolling out. The head and shoulders are going to go on your ball, and we're going to lower and lift your hips. So dig through the heels. Concentrate on squeezing through the glutes and the abs. Your hands can go wherever. You can place them on your hips, you can take them out, or you can place them behind the head. Just don't interlace the fingers. Try to stabilize your ball as much as you can. Squeezing, we have 8 more. 8, 7, 4, good. Now from here, walk yourself back up to that crunch position. So the ball is back in between your rib cage and your tailbone. We're going to interlace the fingers out in front of the chest, except for your index fingers. And then you're gonna slightly roll side to side, but you're in a crunch position. So the shoulders are up, the head is up. Squeeze the navel in. As I'm twisting, my rib cage still stays on the ball. We have 8. 4. 2. And 1. Now again, concentrate on using the abs to peel yourself all the way back up to sitting. We're gonna walk the feet so they are a little bit wider than hip width apart. We're gonna take the arms out to the sides. We're gonna twist and reach down and all the way back up and twist and reach down and back up. Concentrating on twisting, crunching, and lifting with your core. Now you can either stay here or roll back to the heels as you come down. So roll back, extend the legs, then come back up and switch. Roll back and lift. One more each side. Good, and release it. So we're gonna come all the way down onto your back now with your ball. We're gonna place the ball in between your knees and we're gonna slide your hands underneath your hips. So the ball goes in between your knees. Whenever the ball is in between your hands, your knees, or your feet, you're squeezing the ball, so you're working other muscles at the same time. We're working the adductors, the inner thighs. So hands go underneath your hips, abs are tight, chin is down, and we're gonna lower and lift the legs. Inhale down, exhale as you lift. Only lowering the legs down as far as you can without arching through the low back. So keep squeezing the navel in, squeezing the lower abdomen in, keeping your spine neutral on the ground. Now you can either stay here or you can add a crunch with the head and the shoulders. Hands go behind the ears, elbows are wide. Two more. Good, then we're gonna pull the ball in. You're gonna hold the ball and we're gonna bring the ball right over top of the bent leg, extending the other leg out and down. You can leave your head and shoulders down or you can lift the head and the shoulders up. Squeeze the ball with the palms of the hands so you're using the chest, the shoulders, the core. Exhale, exhale, keep breathing. Now you can either stay here or take the ball to the outside of the bent leg for bicycle twist. Feel free to release your head and shoulders down if you need to modify. One more each side. And then place the ball back in between the ankles this time. So they're going between the legs again, but a little bit longer with the legs. So try to squeeze the legs straight. Squeeze the ball with the heels. And then you're going to place the hands again underneath your hips. You're gonna circle the legs one way and then circle the legs the other way. Inhale halfway around, exhale halfway around, concentrating on using the core to stabilize your hips. Keep squeezing the ball. Now you can either stay here or again, place your hands behind the head. Don't interlace the fingers and lift the head and the shoulders, continuing with the legs. One more each way. Good, bend the knees, hold the ball again in the hands, and we're gonna bring the ball up over the head. Exhale as you bring the ball up to the thighs, and inhale all the way back down again. Exhale as you lift, inhale all the way back down. Abs are lifting the shoulders, shoulders are lifting the head. Good, now we're gonna go up into the left knee, so right over the left side. And now up into the right side. We have 4, 3. Good, and then you're gonna place the ball underneath your legs. You're gonna take the arms out to the sides and gently rock the legs side to side, loosening up through the hips and the low back. And then extend the legs all the way out with your feet on the ball. We're gonna place the hands back behind the head. Don't interlace the fingers. We're gonna pull the knees in and lift the head and the shoulders. So exhale as you lift, inhale down. Gently press the heels into the ball. We have 4 more. Two. Good, and then we're going to take your left foot, cross it over the right thigh with the knee out to the side, and gently roll the right leg in, stretching through your left hip and glute. And gently release it, switching sides. Good, and then place your right foot back on the ball, lift the left leg up and gently pull it towards you. Work to keep the leg nice and long. And gently switch sides. Good, and release it. Peel yourself all the way up to sitting. We're gonna flex your feet, extend the legs, and gently roll the ball forward. Gaze straight down to the ground. Try to keep pulling your toes back, pressing the backs of the legs down to the ground. Good, and then peel yourself all the way back up and give yourself a big hug. Yay! Thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate it.